As South Africans, we love being outdoors, whether it's sunbathing or just having a good time. So why not create an outdoor shower? What we're building today is exactly that. What you'll need for this project is the following: a timber frame, timber slats, a sander, stain and a painter's tray, the water wire shower head, a tap, cordless drill and a jigsaw. Our first step is to create the timber frame. What we're going to be doing is using these pieces of timber to create the vertical uprights, and then cut a few pieces to create the top and bottom, and then attach our slats to each of them. So let's get measuring up. Our two vertical pieces are cut to length, and now we're going to focus on the top and bottom pieces. For that, I'm going to use a length of 500 millimeters.
A compound miter saw is a great addition to any DIYer's tool. Not only does it ensure perfectly straight cuts, but the blade can be set to different degrees.
Our top and bottom pieces are now cut. We can mark off guidelines, mark off pilot holes, and then drill before we secure with glue and screws.
Always read the instruction manual of any power tool before operating it, as safety is one of the most important aspects of DIY.
Our frame is now assembled. We can now turn our attention to the slats. We're going to be placing the slats like this, but as you can see, they're not the same width. So we're going to measure out the width and then cut them to size. After that, we're going to router the edges just to give it a clean, professional look so it's soft to touch, and then we can secure with glue and screws. Before routering, it's a good idea to mark and drill out your pilot holes. Use an offcut from the frame as a guideline to ensure that you mark and drill your pilot holes out correctly. 2 pilot holes per slat should be sufficient.
Should you not have an extra pair of hands, always be sure to clamp wood down to stop it from moving.
With all our pilot holes now done and our routing complete, we can start securing our slats to the frame. As you can see, I've laid out 3 here for example, and we're going to place it on the edge and line it up with the width, and use the same width of one of the other slats and just use it as a spacer. So I'll place that over there, and then simply move the next one into position, secure it with glue and screws, and move on to the next one, so that we have a beautiful reveal and a stunning look. Our next step is to sand the entire project down before we apply a water-based tinted sealant.
When sanding wood that is already smooth, start with 120 grit and finish off using a fine 240 grit sandpaper. This ensures that the wood will receive the tinted sealant evenly. Wood sealant comes in a wide variety of tints and shades. Ryan is using a water-based sealant in the color teak. This can be applied using a roller, a brush or a spray gun.
Every shower needs a shower head, and I'm going to show you how to install one here. So we're going to be placing our shower head on the front like this, and it will be supplied by water through the shower hose at a point about halfway on our shower. I'm going to be using this little extender, which will then attach to a tap which is connected from the back, which will be connected to an ordinary garden hose. So let's start off with the back assembly first.
To create the hole for the tap to pass through, mark out where you want the tap to attach to the project. Drill a recess using a spade bit and continue drilling a smaller hole for the thread of the tap to pass through. Simply continue to attach the shower head following the package instructions.
With everything now installed, you're probably wondering where we're going to place this in the garden and how. We're going to be using some metal rods and secure them with metal clamps. As you can see, we placed our shower next to each of the droppers. We're going to be using these small little brackets to connect them, one at the top, one at the bottom for each, and then repeat the process on the other side. And there you have it, your own outdoor shower. Best of all, it's got a water-wise shower head with runoff into your garden. I'm ready for a shower myself.